Toronto, my hometown. The city my family and I immigrated to, arriving from Egypt when I was just 3 years old. The city where I grew up, started acting, and fell in love with food. It's a city famously known for its diversity, with almost half the population made up of immigrants, making it one of the most multicultural cities on the planet. And because it attracts so many people, it's accelerating and transforming Toronto. Growth is everywhere. From construction cranes to tech hubs to film studios, the city's exploding. And the plant-based food scene's no different. Because so many families just like mine immigrated here from all over the globe, it's created one of the most unique gastronomies anywhere. You name the dish, we got it. We are gonna dive in to a Toronto food adventure to check out how this ever-changing town and all these cultures put their own unique mark on the city's palate. This ain't Hogtown anymore, and I cannot wait to share it with you. Welcome to my house. I'm Mena Massoud. I'm traveling across North America and eating my way through some of the coolest cities to show you how beautiful meals, talented chefs, and restaurateurs are making plant-based living delicious and attainable. So join me as I show you how the world is evolving vegan. We're jumping down to a place that exemplifies the mix in the six, a food market called Smorgasburg, Toronto. It's a snapshot of the culinary mosaic the city has on tap, and a spot where many aspiring chefs take fledgling steps towards their very first restaurants. It's not a fully vegan festival. Between the scores of food carts, there are so many plant-based options from vendors who are absolutely killing it. I'm with my friend Matthew Ravenscroft, an acclaimed chef and culinary director at the upscale plant-based Italian eatery, Gia, where he's working to create delicious veg-forward food. You described yourself as the imperfect vegan, which was basically, evolving vegan's mantra.
I think any effort's better than none. That's kind of what I try to do with food. It's like, listen, you don't have to get it right, but just if you try, we're gonna see some positive impacts, and kind of cooking vegetables and showing people that it can be done and being like, this is an astounding carrot, for instance.
Yeah.
We've made an impact. It does end up trickling down to our home.
So Smorgasburg, Toronto, first year.
I think this is a perfect glimpse into what makes Toronto culinary scene so astounding, is you can get everything and everyone has a unique story and everyone has a unique narrative of like how they got to be where they are. It's a very beautifully curated experience.
Yeah, Toronto's in the summer, best city in the world, for sure. Yeah. Matt and I are hungry, and we're on the hunt for the festival's best plant-based grub. Carlos, what's up, my man? There's a dish, pulled jackfruit sandwich, and I think this is it right here.
Whoa.
Carlos, am I right? Is this the jackfruit?
Yeah.
Just percolating like that too?
It looks like pulled beef.
Yeah.
It's the green jackfruit, so it's not sweet. It gives it more of like that pulled pork texture. I spent 3 years trying to figure this out. It's kind of just an ode to Scarborough and then all my favorite jerk chicken spots, because I grew up in Scarborough.
What have you got in there spices-wise?
So the dry marinade is allspice, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of brown sugar, and then I do a wet marinade with scotch bonnet, green onion, scallion, garlic, ginger. It's a crazy list.
Yeah. Food looks delicious.
Guys.
Wow. Can't wait.
Thanks, guys.
I can't wait.
Enjoy,
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Cheers. Just look at this pulled jackfruit sandwich. Scarborough Dynamite.
Whoa. The moisture is through the roof on this, and the flavor is incredible.
He's done this to emulate like a pulled jerk.
Yeah, like his
pork.
favorite, the best of the best.
Yeah.
Like this texture, this is wild.
Mm-hmm. All right, we are just getting started. This festival's so packed, you can't take 5 steps without someone trying to feed you. Chef Matt, come try this with me. So basically, we've got some coconut meat here, and you're saying this is rice flour, kind of like a dosa?
Whoa.
I mean,
The spice of it is
it's amazing.
so
Spicy.
light.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Perfect for a day like
Yeah.
this.
I'm glad you like that.
What I love about having cameras here, people just bring you food. Where are we going? We're going out.
No idea.
Oh, right there, Mena's kitchen.
Yeah, that
That's
seems
what
about right.
Mena? I'm
Whoa.
Mena. Classic Indian food.
We are doing potato patties, aloo tikki, and we also have aloo paratha
Dokala as well.
with chickpea flour and semolina flour,
Whoa. What's the leaf?
curry leaf.
I've never had curry leaf.
And then you've got some fried mustard seeds in there, which pop. I love it.
Sometimes when you eat food, it makes you want to like dance.
Yeah.
You know, like that's
Right,
it.
and there's music.
Yeah, you get like a little rhythm going from it.
How you doing?
Good.
What do we got?
Black bean patty, and it's only like 5 ingredients.
Okay,
This is
yeah.
just a patty.
Yeah, that's
it.
good.
It
That's
looks-
what I want to
yeah,
try.
Like to make it looks like a burger. It's gluten-free as well, vegan, no binders. It's just simple ingredients.
Phenomenal, man. Just as our tour was ending, we spotted a colorful, towering slaw and just had to make room for one more. Tell us a little bit about what we got here. Dish is beautiful.
So this is our prosperity slaw. It's based off of the Lunar New Year traditional dish. The whole point is you're supposed to toss all of these ingredients together, get it as high as you can. You're bringing prosperity into the new year. So this is a vegan version: beets, carrots, jicama, cucumber, papaya, mango, cabbage. And then we top it with rose petals, crispy onions, pickled ginger, and crispy taro and rice noodles.
Nice.
The dressing itself is a salted plum dressing. So it's fresh plums and the umeboshi paste mixed together.
And what is umuboshi paste?
Oh, so that's the salted plum paste.
Okay,
so
that's
it's
what you call it.
really, really like salty and savory and strong.
And that's really what that drying process brings out in the plums.
Okay, nice. Can't wait
Stunning.
to try it. Well, thank you very much.
The crunch is what I love. The
Yeah.
texture of it. And that is something that I find in a lot of plant-based vegan things. The texture can always be very soft. It's great to see people innovating with it. It's amazing to see, like, we get a little glimpse of each culture, what they're offering, like the diversity and the options is overwhelming in the best way. There's
Like-
so much food options.
One row, there was Chinese, Malaysian, Indonesian, Vietnamese, right? Like just
Japanese right beside it.
Yeah, that's just one row.
Yeah.
That's what makes Toronto special, you know? I think
totally agree.
Toronto's probably the most multicultural city in the world. And you can taste that. For a city once known as Hogtown, Toronto's come a long way. It's got an astounding culinary scene that's increasingly adopting and serving vegan dishes. In the heart of Little Italy, amidst the pepperoni pizzas and prosciutto, is a hidden gem, a traditional Mexican restaurant. Actually, a plant-based Michelin-recognized Mexican restaurant. Let that settle in. And the chef who's making noise with the meticulously crafted vegan delights he's brought from his hometown of Mexico City is Chef Ivan Castro at his house, La Bartola.
Mexico City, I used to watch my mom, my grandma cooking in the kitchen. It was magical for me, and I fell in love with cooking. It's my way to express love.
Chef Ivan has invited me to join him in his kitchen to make a traditional Oaxacan snack. All right, chef, so we're making titelas today?
Yeah, tetela is a traditional dish from Oaxaca. Basically, tortilla. The filling is refried beans with poleo, and we serve that with braised hibiscus flowers and a little bit of salsa verde.
Should we make some titelas?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
let's do it.
We're gonna grab a little bit of blue masa. So we're gonna roll the masa. We make everything from scratch here.
Wow.
So we make the tortillas, we make our tamales.
You use purple, black corn, and then the red?
We have blue, we have pink, we have even purple, yellow, white corn, different colors. Put in the center of our pressed tortilla.
Okay.
After that, another small piece of masa.
So you're going smaller and smaller.
Smaller,
basically.
yeah. And you can make like different shapes, different colors. This is one of our signature dishes.
Oh, and you're going one more.
That's it. And then we're gonna flip it. Then we're gonna put our...
Refried beans, beautiful.
So we are gonna fold this side first,
Okay.
then the other one. That's our tetela. We're gonna put it here.
Very nice. So chef, next we're gonna put our braised hibiscus on and heat it up.
This is a mix of hibiscus flowers, shiitake mushrooms, and caramelized onions. So this is ready to go.
All right.
Then a little bit of salsa here, jalapeno, onions, garlic, salt, jalapeno confit salsa.
And when you say confit, is it because you deep fry the jalapenos before you make it?
Yeah.
Wow. To try that. My mom would make falafel. It's a typical Egyptian dish. And while she had the oil in there and she was deep frying falafel, she would also deep fry jalapenos. This tastes exactly like that. That's killer. I think Mexico's a lot like Egypt. People eat with their hands, right?
Yeah.
We put a little bit of that jalapeno
Salsa on top.
salsa. Oh yeah. And we've got the refried beans in there. Beautiful fresh tortillas.
Pretty good, right?
Wow. I could eat 25 of these. Home run.
And you need to try our signature taco, which is the braised hibiscus taco. And it comes with salsa matcha, which is like a crunchy peanut butter with a kick.
Oh, whoa.
That is gonna be something.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
You need to try it.
First, I'm gonna take another bite. Home run, chef.
Thank you.
Ivan's place has been open to the public for over 2 years now. Growing out of a series of 10-person private dinners, he hosted with his partner Pedro in their condo. Those homemade dinners were so popular, the demand evolved into a full-fledged restaurant, La Bartola. Right, wow.
Hello. So here we have the black aguachile. It is similar to ceviche. On this side, we have hearts of palm wrapped with cucumber ribbons. And then on top, red pickled onions with a little bit of habanero. Kind of spicy, but not super spicy. Then on this side, king oyster mushrooms and plum with a little bit of black salt.
Wow, beautiful. And so ceviche, typically raw ingredients just cured with acid. So similar idea here, right? Everything is raw pretty much?
Yeah, everything is raw.
All right, well, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, let's dig in. Really, really well balanced and delicious way to start a meal.
Thank you.
Toronto's the perfect city for La Bartola, I feel like, because it welcomes new ideas and it welcomes new cultures. So not only do you have a Mexican restaurant, but you also have a plant-based restaurant.
Everything is plant-based, everything is vegan, yeah.
And so these are
heirloom cherry tomatoes. We serve it with guava and mezcal vinaigrette.
Tomatoes and cantaloupes.
Yeah.
They feel soft, so have they absorbed
the syrup? Yeah.
The syrup?
The syrup is a mix of star anise, allspice, a little bit of piloncillo, which is like Mexican raw sugar, cinnamon, a little bit of salt. Christmassy flavor, like holidays.
Pumpkin spice in a little cantaloupe. Ah, it's amazing.
I feel very lucky to do this here in this city, which I love. And I'm very grateful with Canada and with Toronto to giving me this opportunity.
Chef, what do we have here?
This is one of our signature tacos, braised hibiscus taco with caramelized onions and shiitake mushrooms. And on top, there's salsa matcha. I like to describe it as crunchy peanut butter with a kick. It's not super spicy, it's very flavorful, it's sweet, it's crunchy, nutty at the same time. It's really, really good. This is one of my favorite tacos.
The other hibiscus would almost overpower the peanuts, where here the peanuts are the perfect complement to this.
Yeah.
Really kind of adds a pop of nuttiness. Beautiful.
This is like the first dish made for La Bartola, for the restaurant, because this was my dream. So to finally see my dream, it is amazing.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chef.
Ivan's journey is exactly what makes Toronto special. A welcoming metropolis that attracts diverse individuals searching for purpose. And Ivan's purpose is crystal clear: to make me to tell us. When I'm back in TO, there's spots I gotta hit to satisfy my sweet tooth. And joining me, my man Tesher. Saskatchewan-born Toronto living, Tesher's single Jalebi Baby exploded to the tune of 500 million views on YouTube. With a TikTok dance craze pushing another 1 billion streams, he's a recording star on the rise, and he has no idea, but he's in for a sweet surprise. Honeys. This is Toronto's only premium 100% plant-based ice cream shop. Ashley Wittig's the owner and super genius behind Honey's, named after her puppy. She's a prominent vegan baker who spent the last 5 years reinventing ice cream.
Ashley, what's
Hi.
going on?
Welcome to Honey's. We make premium plant-based ice cream. We blend all the cashews in-house. We make everything in-house. Just a very tasty place to be.
Tesh, have you had vegan ice cream before? Because you're not vegan. So.
No, I have never had vegan ice cream.
No pressure, Ashley.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. What are you gonna start with? I feel like I have to start with birthday cake.
Wow. That is really good.
You nailed it.
That's amazing.
You
Oh my
nailed
God.
it.
That's
It
a
tastes
birthday
like
cake.
a birthday cake.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't even tell the difference between this and like non-vegan ice cream.
We're getting good.
And it's becoming so much more accessible now too. Yeah.
High five, yeah.
Is
We're
this like-
taking over,
Is this
man.
like a conversion? Like, is this like an intervention?
This is an
we
intervention.
actually brought you here for a
Yeah,
reason.
yeah. A few of my friends reached out and said, we gotta do something about this guy.
Exactly. Next, Ashley, we're making a surprise flavor.
Making ice cream is the best part.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start by showing you guys how we make the base vegan. First thing we're gonna start with, most important thing about ice cream is the sugar. So if
Right.
you're gonna grab that sugar,
Put this whole thing in here?
yeah, dump it in.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Next up, we'll add a little bit of water, and then let's grab that sugar syrup.
All of it in?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
So we give this a stir, kind of marry it all together,
Nice.
and then we stick it on our stovetop.
Okay.
I would have never believed that this is how you make ice cream.
Next up, we melt the fat, boiling that beautiful coconut oil and cacao butter. Smooth. Ashley cruises through the process, but it took a lot of hard work to make it look this easy.
So I probably tested this maybe 1,000 times. Every single
1,000?
day for over a
Serious?
year, I would make this base, what we're making today, and I would pop it out of the freezer the next day, close my eyes, have a taste, and then from there, I would make the recipe for that day to kind of like push it along. So it was very time consuming.
Wow, I thought making a cookbook was hard. This sounds tedious.
It's pretty tedious.
Man.
So next up, we're gonna put our creams into our big bucket.
So you're basically just combining the sugar and fat. now.
Yeah, and then we use the blender to emulsify it all together.
Oh yeah, I see we've got some heavy
heavy-duty.
power tools here.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, you don't mess with Ashley when you come into the shop.
Let's go. Let's get it.
So it's time for the surprise.
Yeah.
We got a
Okay.
surprise for
Yeah,
you,
we got a
Tesh,
little
yeah.
bit of a surprise.
Oh, geez.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
man.
What is it? We're making a jalebi flavored ice cream today.
Oh, wow. You would think I'd have jalebi ice cream, and I
Yeah.
have not had jalebi ice cream.
Jalebi's a traditional South Asian dessert like a neon funnel cake dipped in syrup. A treat Tesher grew up eating at home and the inspiration for his hit song.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
good, eh?
You know, I'll tell you, whoever your jalebi guy is, send me his number because he's doing a great job.
They get the Tesher stamp of approval.
They do get the Tesher stamp of approval.
By now, the creamy base is ready for that sweet jalebi, baby.
When's
Yeah,
enough?
mound it in there. All of it,
All of
yeah.
All of it. Put it all in.
I think this just brought us closer together, Tesh.
Oh, it absolutely did.
Grab your spatula and
Yes.
then have at it.
Okay. When I made the song, I didn't think I'd be making jalebi ice cream.
Right?
Yeah. This has to be my favorite jalebi-related thing that I have done so far.
Yes! That makes me happy, man. Tesher special right here.
Jalebi,
Thank you,
baby.
guys.
Mmm.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's a home run.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
Wow. And the fact that it's vegan. I just can't get over that, too. I'm just in awe that it's vegan. Like, that's just the thing that I cannot get over.
Right?
No.
Toronto's like an incredible city, obviously, for music artists overall, but music artists. I mean, we got you, we got Drake, we got Bieber, Shawn Mendes, we've got all these incredible music.
Yeah.
What about Toronto allows Canadian artists in the music scene specifically? Because there's something that's happened in the past 10 years where
Yeah.
it's just been, Toronto's just been a hotspot.
Man, I think it's really the ethnic diversity. I remember listening to like some Weeknd songs and some of the riffs and notes that he would hit, I was like, this kind of sounds a little Indian. When you're surrounded by all those cultures, you find ways to they subconsciously just melt into what you do, and I think you're better for it, and you're also more relatable too.
Yeah, it finds its way in music, obviously, like we talked about. In food, of course. Like, I think we have one of the best food cities in the world. The diversity here and how authentic it is.
You know what I always thought was really interesting about Toronto is that Indian food in Saga, Scarborough, Brampton, even in Toronto, that will, like, it's just as good as you get in India.
Yeah,
Listen, if you can find a vegan chili chicken, I will convert. I will just become a full-time vegan.
Man.
That's the only thing holding me back is the hookup.
Got you.
Tesher, once we figure out the hookup, we got you, bro. Now, I know the word vegan has historically rubbed some people the wrong way, but in the last decade, that stigma's fading. I've had a lot of conversations about food since I went plant-based. We may all have different POVs, but ideally, we have a dialogue, and we try to learn from each other. So I wanted to make this next stop for that very reason, to extend an olive branch to someone with a different point of view. Antler, locavore resto run by Chef Michael Hunter. Chef Michael normally features wild game on his menu, anything from duck to deer to wild boar. The Hunter chef is also huge into foraging, crawling through the woods looking for mushrooms and berries. For him, the forest is his pantry. But in 2018, Antler was the site of an explosive dust-up between animal activists and the meat-forward restaurateur. It started over foie gras and ended in a counter-protest where Chef carved a deer leg in the window. It was international headline material, but it wasn't a great moment for the dialogue. Now, I'm not the type of vegan who beefs with meat eaters. A big part of my journey is listening to opposing views, so I reached out to the chef and said, "Real talk, let's do this." And he kindly offered to cook me a vegan meal at his house, Antler.
Cheers, Chef.
Cheers.
All great conversations need to start with a drink, Chef. Thank you for having me. So I can't wait to dig into this. What do we have here?
This is a vegan corn and chanterelle risotto. Arborio rice, creamed corn in there, whole corn that I've sauteed, shallot, garlic.
The risotto's incredibly creamy. Obviously, the mushrooms are delicious, and the color is beautiful too.
And then the salad, it's a panzanella salad. There's heirloom tomatoes that we've charred on a charcoal grill, heirloom cherry tomatoes, some shaved onion in like a gazpacho vinaigrette. Focaccia croutons in there that are baked with olive oil.
That focaccia bread is just absorbing that gazpacho and the flavor in there. Oh my gosh. So you're probably thinking, what's a vegan show doing in my restaurant? But honestly, I grew up eating a ton of meat. I grew up Egyptian, so I've eaten every part of an animal you can think of, from cow hooves to stomach lining to brain.
All the fun stuff.
Yeah, I've eaten it all. I want people to eat more plant-based, there's no doubt about it. And I truly believe that to really make a difference, we have to understand each other's points of view, and I think we just have to vow to eat more plants, which you do, obviously. You forage in the forest, you know, you're using ingredients that are local, you know, from the area.
As a chef and a hunter, you know, I think, you know, myself and a lot of vegans have a lot in common that, you know, not a lot of people necessarily know. How animals are treated and how they live in the wild is really important to me. As a hunter, I prefer rifle hunting or shotgun hunting. For the most part, it's instant. You know, to me, that's really important.
Unlike factory farming, which we all know is torturous and just brutal and disgusting.
They're standing in line waiting to be killed. That is what really drives me to hunt, you know, and to feed my family with wild, natural, organic, you know, meat and fish. The way I choose to live and eat is very important to me, and with Antler, I wanted to share that with our customers. You know, I have a lot of respect for everyone's diet, and whether you're, you know, vegan, vegetarian, halal, kosher, whatever it is, you're welcome in our home. We're a very small place. I like to think that we're all like family, and you know, people are guests in our home, and you know, all are welcome.
You put a lot of thought into how you eat, and I think that's important. I think that's kind of the most important thing nowadays is researching where your food comes from. And if you're putting thought into it and making that choice, then I have to respect that. You know, I can't.
Likewise.
Yeah, I can't not respect that. You go out and you see where your food is coming from.
Yeah.
Unlike a lot of people that, you know, end up going to a fast food establishment, they're having a burger, they don't really ever think about what that burger is or where it comes from or how it's processed or any of that.
Meat at the grocery store, how many people's hands it's actually been through before it goes into your body is shocking.
When did this philosophy start for you?
I grew up on a horse farm, so being in nature and respecting nature was a big part of my life. The documentary Food Inc. had a really big impact on me. So the look into the factory farm was pretty shocking to me, to like actually seeing it for the first time.
What evolving vegan is all about is to understand what your food is coming from, what you're consuming, and that everything you put into your body has an impact, whether it's on the animals, the environment, your health. And as long as you understand those three things, then you can make whatever choice you want, man. Because it's your body, it's your life. Like, who am I to tell you how to eat? And who are you to tell me how to eat and what to put into my body?
I don't think the whole world is going to become vegan. I don't think we're going to stop eating animals. But I think there's a lot of common ground of a conversation of how we can change some of those regulations and maybe make it better for the animals. I try and tell my kids that, meat doesn't come from the grocery store in a little pretty styrofoam package. And, I think that if, people eat meat, they should slaughter a chicken once in their life. Because I think if people actually saw what they're eating and how it's being processed, I think they wouldn't eat as much, and I think they would really value it and respect it a lot more. I think there's a huge disconnect that, that was an animal that was alive, and, if they actually had to kill that animal themselves, I don't think they'd be throwing meat in the garbage.
You sounded like a vegan there for a second, because a lot of vegans have said that to me before, that, when we're having this discussion, that they're okay with people eating meat as long as they slaughter it themselves, because then they are a part of, taking that animal's life away and butchering it and processing it. So what you just said actually has been said to me by a lot of vegans, so that's very interesting. Dialogue is important, right? And it's not just about plant-based or not plant-based. It comes down to politics, whether you're arguing with your wife or your husband or your partner. When we don't take the time to try to understand where each other are coming from, then we end up pushing each other away even further. I can't control what you believe or don't believe.
Yeah, you can inspire someone.
Yeah, I can try to inspire you, but that's it.
Yeah, for me, a win is if people just, put a little more thought into their food and maybe research what they're eating. For me, that's a win.
Thank you for the food. It's truly delicious, and I love that it's seasonal. I love that it's local, and it was just a great meal, great conversation.
Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure having you, and a really fun conversation.
Thanks, Chef. Thank you.
Thank you, Chef, for the food, the dialogue, and the common ground. Where we differ on eating meat, we agreed on one thing: be thoughtful about your food. What we eat and where it comes from matters. Living in a metropolis with millions of people, there can be a disconnect between where your food is sourced and what you're consuming. If anyone is pressing to reconnect rural and urban, the farm and city, the land and its roots, it's Cheyenne Sundance and her eponymous urban farm, Sundance Harvest. The values of eating vegan and eating local aren't necessarily the same thing, but they're often aligned. Better for the environment and lower carbon footprint. And come on, local's fresher and more delicious. At only 25, Cheyenne has Toronto and the entire country talking. She's a food justice advocate, a leader, a teacher, and inspiration in the food sovereignty movement, and chiefly, a farmer. Cheyenne, Maya, what's going on?
Hey,
Cheyenne, harvesting radish. Very nice. I saw the kale back there, tomatoes there.
So we got some tomatoes there. We got lots of greens happening because we're coming into fall, so the cooler time of the year, so we need to take the hot crops out and bring the cool crops in. But I'm gonna show you around this way so you can see the beans and you can see the sunflowers and the collards.
Love it, let's do it. Come on, let's go. Cheyenne started this groundbreaking year-round urban farm just north of the city to provide organic, healthy food to her local community. You've had this farm now for about 3 years?
Yeah, so I started with half of my first greenhouse, and then every year I've kind of just expanded, so 1.5 acres.
In retrospect, wearing white shoes was not the move. It was not the move today.
We have some sunflowers, It's really important for us to plant some flowers, especially for our beehives, since they need pollen.
Yeah.
And we got lots of carrots that are growing for fall because they kind of blend well with that seasonal flavor. And then a diversified array of cut flowers because we sell them at the farmer's market. Something I wanted to actually show you is that we have sunchokes, and it grows through the winter and it tastes like a potato.
Right. Sunchokes, kind of like artichokes, right? They're kind of in the middle between artichokes and potatoes, and they're small, right?
They're small. So let me show you.
I love artichokes. Oh,
wow.
So they grow exactly like a potato.
It's a beautiful crop, perennial, and it's native to this climate.
You're only 25.
Yeah,
So
25.
tell me about how'd you get this property? It's beautiful.
So I have a long-term lease, which is great. For a lot of my friends and myself, I can't afford to buy land in southwestern Ontario. So doing things like community land trusts or cooperative land models would actually make it more affordable for young people to farm. This is a Black and Indigenous run farm. And it's really important to, have space in agriculture where historically we haven't been included. And I'm actually the president of the National Farmers Union BIPOC Caucus. So it's kind of within my duties to make space for the community. Because the more farmers we have in general, no matter their race, the better. Having spaces like this is important because we get to show youth of all ages, really, that you can farm and it can be a living.
Sundance Harvest is also home to dozens of beehives and a healthy population of pollinators making sweet, sweet honey, which in the vegan world is actually a hot-button controversial topic. Honey is technically an animal product, or byproduct depending on how you look at it. The on-site beekeeper, Selena Rachel Mendez, dedicates her time to keeping these hives healthy and sustainable. Selena!
Mena!
What's going on? Selena and Mena.
Yes.
I really wanted to do this with you because honey can be very controversial. Of course, right? For vegans, some vegans consider honey not vegan, some do.
Honeybees tend to make a surplus of honey, but of course it's nourishment for the hive. So they continue to eat it throughout the winter and through the months where there isn't any available nectar.
So unlike dairy farming, for example, you're not forcing the bees to be here, you're not feeding them excess, right?
Exactly.
They're in their natural state.
Right, so they would hive up and colonize anyway. So I'm just providing a space for them to be. There are a lot of commercial beekeepers who don't necessarily use ethical practices, and I wanted to do something a little different.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we're having this conversation because knowing that about commercial honey and what the differences are, that's what it's all about.
Part of the reason that I started beekeeping was because I wanted to know more about where my food came from. I went through this whole process, and culturally, honey is huge for me. There aren't a lot of Black beekeepers. I started looking into bees and their societies, and I fell in love with it.
I've always wanted to see how this works.
I try my best to only do my beekeeping in a place I find is sustainable. So this is an organic farm. In this colony, we just have honeybees. Honeybees are hypersocial, which is what we call them. And so they can only operate in a large colony like this. So we give them a little bit of smoke. Sorry. That may be a little
You smoking me or the bees? Come on, Selena. Come on. I heard a rumor when I was a kid that honey is like bees' spit.
So they take nectar, and to take the water out, they put it between each other's mouths.
So they're making out. These bees are getting busy. Whoa.
Okay, so this is a frame of capped honey. This is how we know it's been stored and it's ready to harvest. I don't take any nectar, I don't force anything before it's ready.
Right.
But this capped honey means we're putting this to the side. It's not necessarily for right now.
Okay, interesting.
Do you want to hold this?
Yeah, I'd love to.
It's heavier than it looks.
Oh, wow, yes. It's so dense with honey that makes sense. The thing I find most extraordinary about this, obviously we've only spent a very short amount of time here, but the honey you're buying, that people are buying at home, it can differ so greatly from how it's being colonized, harvested, all that kind of stuff. And it really has to do with the beekeeper and, the brand per se.
Right.
And so it's important, I think, for people to really realize that the differences are so small, but they have such a vast impact. And if they do decide to eat honey, just be cognizant of where they're getting it from.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. This has been incredible. Let's get out of here before I get stung.
Thanks.
Okay?
Yeah.
Selena's clearly weighed the pros and cons of keeping bees, and that thoughtfulness is all you can really ask of anyone who decides to grow their own food. No matter how short my visit to Toronto, there's no way I'm leaving without some of my mom's home cooking. And even though my family's lived here for decades now, her traditional Egyptian dishes keep us connected to our roots. Everyone is welcome at our table. So welcome. Toronto's my house, but this is my home.
Look at these beautiful ladies in the kitchen here.
Hello. Hi, Mena. How are you, buddy? How's it going?
Good.
Hi, Mena.
Hi. So I brought you some eggplant for your mahshi.
So nice.
For your
So fresh.
mahshi, of
You love the
course.
small ones. Where'd you find
I
those,
love
man?
them. Indian market. Indian
Oh,
market.
very
And this is
nice.
some honey. We went to this.
Oh, I need it.
Yeah, we went to this amazing
find honey.
beekeeping farm.
When I come home, I feel comfort. And I really do think the comfort of my family home is connected to the food I grew up with. The smells, the action, the constant swirl of watching my mom cook for our big family.
How many times have we cooked falafel?
Countless.
Every Sunday for 25 years.
While it might have been tough for my mom to wrap her head around me going plant-based, Egyptian food is incredibly vegan-friendly. It's full of staples like baba ganoush and Egyptian-style falafel, and nobody does it better than her.
The falafel, you press it down. It's not like a ball.
Yeah.
Is that how they do it in Egypt?
Yeah. Lebanese way, they do it with the chickpeas only. But in Egypt, we do with
Fava beans?
fava beans.
But you always make it with fava beans and
Yes.
chickpeas, the two.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. Right here. Egyptian falafel.
We're excited for falafel.
Sharing food at the Massoud home is bigger than just putting something in your belly. It's about tradition, it's culture, it's hospitality. And like everyone everywhere, sharing food is about making memories, laughing, and sometimes welcoming strangers. Or film crews. I mean, the boys are hungry.
Get in here.
Oh, it's not too hard.
Good? This is classic Egyptians here
Just
when
fighting over
everybody
everything,
fights over to clean. That's the thing. Everybody's just going in for it. Well, I'm gonna let them fight it out because I have important business to do, okay? I have a very important job to do. So, Mom, who is the best helper in the kitchen?
Me. None of us. Me.
None
no,
of
no,
us.
no, it was me. It was me.
Nobody.
You said nobody. I told her. Come on. Eating together was so important for us, right?
Of course, yeah.
Like it was a big part of what we did and sharing things and just bonding over food.
Food was a time where we all kind of caught up.
together.
Yeah.
One of the many things I really appreciate about my mom, about my family, is that after the tears, there was acceptance. And I love that. Our final dish is mahshi. It's the Egyptian version of the common cabbage roll, but it uses many other vegetables like grape leaves, my favorite, and bell peppers with the same rice mix. It's delicious.
So mahshi is one of those dishes that, you know, you like to do as a family because everyone could chip in, you know, and it's not that hard. Like you fill these peppers, mom bosses you around a little bit. It's all good.
Usually the grape leaf, you do it with the meat, ground meat. But because Mina's vegan, we do it with the rice.
As we put the finishing touches on the mahshi, the table is set with all the foods I grew up eating. Like koshari, an Egyptian staple of lentils, noodles, and rice piled high and topped with spicy tomato sauce. Baba ganoush, pita, falafel, fried onions, plus all the smell, the chaotic chatter, and the laughter I remember. All the things that make a house a home. Before I say goodbye to my hometown, I'm meeting up with some of my closest friends to reconnect and treat them to a 5-course fine dining experience at Avello. Their ever-changing tasting menu is all plant-based, and while not everyone here is vegan, we're all down for a unique experience. Avello's menu delivers innovative takes on high-end classics like this plant-based tartare. Roasted watermelon marinated in kombucha topped with an endive and parsley brunoise.
I had never had a fine dining vegan experience before, so this is my first one. The palates are unique. It's not trying to mimic meat, really. It just tastes something original.
And this decadent buckwheat gnocchi tossed in a fermented porcini sauce with sautéed chanterelles.
And you could taste the vegetables. I think that my main complaint of most vegan places is that it's deep fried or doused in so much sauce that you can't actually taste the veggies, but you could really taste how fresh all of these veggies were.
Finally, this incredible pina colada tart with a pineapple upside down cake, fresh coconut mousse, and a pineapple puree.
Oh my gosh.
That doesn't taste vegan, right?
No, it doesn't. No. This is amazing. There's no way this is vegan.
Come on, Monty.
Even a few years ago, I'd find it nearly impossible to take my friends out for full-on vegan haute cuisine. But tastes are changing, options expanding, and I love seeing it evolve. As me and the crew grab a game of pickup before our next adventure, I have to reflect on what a great food town Toronto's become. Diverse, plant-forward, echoing its multicultural base. For me, it'll always be the city where I grew up, where I began my acting career, where my mom taught me to cook, and it's the city where I evolved vegan. And every time I come back, I witness the city growing and changing, and it reminds me how we can all evolve.